Starting January 1st, 2027, about 2.3 million adults are expected to be pushed off Medicaid in that first year alone, according to CMS estimates in its interim rule. Here's the twist. Many of those people will still technically qualify based on income. They will lose coverage on paperwork, not eligibility. Stick with me, because I read the fine print so you do not have to, and I will show you exactly who is at risk. The 2025 Reconciliation Law, the One Big Beautiful Bill, created the first national Medicaid work requirement, and CMS has now issued the rules for how it works. Starting January 1st, 2027, adults aged 19 to 64 in the ACA expansion group must show at least 80 hours a month of qualifying work, school, job training, or community service, according to CMS and KFF. That is a fundamental change to how Medicaid decides who stays covered. Here is why this matters so much. Under the old ACA expansion rules, eligibility ran on income alone, no work reporting required, according to KFF. Now, per CMS, a worker who dips below 80 hours or simply fumbles the documentation can lose Medicaid, even though their income never changed. This flips the risk onto exactly the people Medicaid was designed to serve, those with unstable hours, informal work, or trouble with paperwork. The rules apply to non-pregnant, non-disabled adults aged 19 to 64 who get Medicaid through ACA expansion across 44 states plus DC, according to KFF and the Reconciliation Law. Children, pregnant people, and those with disabilities on Social Security are exempt. To stay covered, you need 80 qualifying hours a month, or at least $580 in documented earnings, which is 80 hours at the $725 federal minimum wage, per CMS and KFF. Here is the single sharpest number. KFF's 2026 analysis projects 5.3 million people will be newly uninsured by 2034 because of the Medicaid work requirements alone. That is out of 7.5 million newly uninsured from all recent Medicaid policy changes combined. So work rules account for roughly 70% of the coverage loss. Here is the catch buried in the fine print. States must verify your compliance at application and at least twice a year at renewal, and many are choosing to check even more often, according to policy analyses of the law. Experts warn that confusion about how to report and document hours will push millions of eligible people off coverage anyway. One consumer summary notes that combined with more frequent eligibility checks, total coverage losses could reach up to 10.1 million people by 2028. So here's what to do now. And remember, this is general information, not personal advice. Check your own circumstances. First, go to your state Medicaid portal and confirm whether you are in the 19 to 64 expansion group and which activities and exemptions apply per CMS guidance. Second, start a simple monthly log tracking your 80 hours or $580 in documented earnings and submit proof early before every renewal. Third, run backup numbers on healthcare.gov now. Legal analysts warn some who lose Medicaid for non-compliance may even be barred from marketplace subsidies, making a fallback plan essential. Mark this date. Enforcement begins January 1st, 2027 for expansion adults nationwide, according to CMS and the 2025 law. And be warned, some states may start earlier under approved waivers or state plan amendments, so do not assume you have until the last minute. Before I get to the last point, which is the most counterintuitive part of this, if this is useful, subscribe. The next breakdown is already coming. Here is what to watch next. CMS is still issuing state guidance, and states are publishing their own implementation pages and timelines throughout 2026 per KFF's tracker. The counterintuitive risk is that a single missed renewal letter or portal deadline, not a job loss, could be what costs you coverage for months or years, even while you are working. These numbers and dates are current as of the 2026 rules, but they can shift if Congress amends the statute. This remains general information, not personal advice. Next, I'm covering exactly which activities and exemptions your state accepts to satisfy the 80-hour test, the details that decide who actually keeps coverage. If you want to catch that, subscribe so you don't miss it.